how they're feeling through their clothing options, what they choose to wear on a particular day. They've got a vast range of things they can do to express their personality, their mood, that just any part of what they're thinking, really. Whereas with us guys, I suppose we're limited to sort of a suit, trousers, jeans, shorts, and that's pretty much it. So that's one comparison, the clothing options between the two, that probably many women would say is an advantage. So yeah, they're the. Can you think of any other advantages we mentioned last week?
Yeah.
I think we
It
probably covered them,
was
didn't we?
hinting. There was the one about oh, I just remembered just now while you was talking.
Well,
Um,
one we did say, so just to sort of help you there, we
yeah.
talked about being ladylike, and I saw a definition in one of these researches which says how to act ladylike, and this is what girls, I guess, are taught and trained when they're young. Carry
Mm,
yourself with dignity, speak with kindness, and treat others with respect. Elevate your presence with poise by mastering social etiquette, graceful posture, and refined communication. Showing up consistently and consistently showing up by building ladylike habits into your daily activities and rituals. Now, that's all very well. And I think a lot of girls, a lot of women might say, well, it's a lot to live up to. There's more about us than just having to sort of stay within this almost rigid posture, this rigid situation. And I guess that feeling of rebellion almost gave way to that great song by Shania Twain, Man, I Feel Like a Woman, because it talks about, women, they have the prerogative to do what they dare, do it with their hair, wear men's shirts, short skirts, all the things that reflect that kind of rebellious side to a woman, which is part of her makeup in a way. This desire to be fun, to enjoy good things, which is not to say that those things are always unladylike, but it probably is sometimes a bit of a bane to be constantly thinking, oh, am I doing the ladylike thing? Because it is possibly easier, for us men to sort of, I don't know, blurt something out in a conversation which might be a bit risque, or whereas a woman would feel, I've got to be seen to be correct. And thankfully, I think over the last probably 10, 20, 30 years, things are changing. The genders are kind of merging a bit together in these ways. But yeah, so I think women probably have learned to enjoy themselves as individuals as they've gained more acceptance, more equalization with the male, because that
yeah.
really is what has happened, isn't it,
Yeah.
between the genders?
Yeah. I
So okay,
remember.
let's cut. Go on,
I've
go
remember.
on.
I've remembered it now. The chromosome. They say we
Yeah,
live longer than men because they have this double chromosome. Is that
yeah,
correct?
the XX.
Yeah. So
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right, and it's
mm,
interesting because that's why they live longer. That was another pro, wasn't it? Another advantage
yeah.
that women tend in most developed countries to be 3 to 5 years. They live longer on average than men, and a lot of that is because they've got better immunity and that they fight diseases better than the male, and that's because they have the two X chromosomes, and basically there's genetic material which is clever enough to shut down some genes in the system that would cause possible health problems and that do cause health problems. So by definition, the two X's with this material is attached to those X chromosomes. It gives them a better immunity and better immunity and fighting ability for disease and illness. Now, obviously, us chaps, we've got one X chromosome and one Y. So we get a bit of the benefit of that X chromosome, but not to the degree that women do. It gives them a safer health in their lives for that reason. So the X chromosomes do make a difference. And as you say, their health is significantly better than men. And as I say, when we look at these things, I mean, let me read you at this point. I've got some more negatives coming up, but it is interesting to see some differences between us. That's the thing, pros and cons, men, women. It almost seems to be with the women's side of it, women versus men. And I guess both sides are, both male and females. We're looking at what advantages or disadvantages we may have as against our counterparts in, as women. But it is a paper I found, 6 interesting facts about women you may not know. And I won't read it all, but I'll just give you the headings. Number 1 of these 6, women typically have stronger immune systems. Well, we've said that, so we're all human beings, we're all Homo sapiens, but 1/2 of the species has a much better immune system, which kind of seems a bit odd in a way, doesn't it? That nature, evolution, whatever, has caused that imbalance. You'd think it would be fairly well balanced, but they have stronger immune systems because of those double X chromosomes. Number 2, the female brain is more intricate and detailed. Now, we've got to be a bit careful here, Cuz, I think, when we talk about the female brain. But as we say, they, if I read bits of that, women tend to have greater language skills and better recall of verbal materials than men do. They also use both sides of their brain more, allowing them to be adepts at multitasking, and so on. So their brain is more intricate. And these are all based on scientific neurological examinations of these situations over time. So these are not light-hearted things. Number 3, women have a higher pain threshold. We might think because of childbirth, but it's not really that. It's that they, as I think I said earlier, they remember pain in a different way to us. Probably if we do get that proverbial or literal kick where it hurts, we're not going to quickly forget that because it is an extremely painful thing. You see it many weekends on Sky Sports, the football. A player goes down and the commentator will say, "Oh, he's got that where it hurts," and they lay on the floor almost writhing in pain for a couple of minutes till they kind of recover. It is a most debilitating thing to happen. But women, it seems, remember pain in a slightly